Customers' experience is important when interacting with their bank from the banker's perspective for one critical reason: competition. In the current world in which we live in and everything that's happening from a digital perspective, it's critically important to understand those relationships, how we tie them together. The old thinking about 3 or 4 products and you've got that client or customer for life is no longer valid. We've got to be aware of that journey and make sure that it works and resonates for those customers to continue to be successful going forward. Customers' expectations when dealing with their banks from a digital experience, frankly, is an Apple-like experience. We have to remember that our customers are consumers first, so we have to keep that in mind. We have to keep in mind what they experience out there beyond the financial institution. So we're up against that from a competitive perspective. So we have to be able to deliver back to them an experience that is just as captivating to ensure that you're not only successful, but they then recommend you in the market to others. Banks can improve the digital experiences for customers by actually experiencing it like they are the customer themselves. Too often, the approach is to do customer journey mapping and surveying, and the reality is we have that data. We know what it is like. But are we taking a deep breath and really getting in there and looking and understanding and then being ultra critical on holding ourselves accountable to what that experience is about? The focus should be on an effortless experience. Reduce the number of clicks, make it easy to get through a transaction, drive a simple outcome. Effortless experience will create greater retention and drive loyalty in the long term. When measuring the success of your digital channels, I would encourage banks to think about it in 2 different and distinct ways. First, start with the product itself. So there are a variety of different metrics that you can use, but start with the usage. How many users are active? How long are they staying active? Frankly, what is their retention rate and what's your churn rate? But equally and probably just or more important is studying what it's about for the customer experience. On that front, I would suggest looking at a CSAT, or the customer satisfaction, and also a CES, or the customer effort score. How easy did we make it for our clients to interact with us, to move money, to make a transaction, to apply for a loan? That's what you want to ultimately get to really understand the effectiveness of the solution you have in the digital channel. The success and effectiveness metrics are critically important for banks for a very simple reason. It's the age-old adage of, you must inspect what you expect. So it's critical if we think about it. Our customers are consumers as we think about it every day. They're hit all over the place from Uber, from Google, from Apple. Those are the type of experiences that they see. We've got to be measuring how are we comparing against that. Now I get it, it's challenging. We're in a regulatory, high compliance environment, so maybe we're at a little bit of a disadvantage. But if we think about simplifying this and delivering on our promises and measuring against that, you'll see ultimate success in the long term.